Hello, Scuba Sarge here, back in the friendly confines of the dive shop in Merriam, Kansas. Contact information is below, both their website and their phone number. There are three pieces of equipment that I recommend every new scuba diver purchase for themselves. You know, we always get questions as instructors, should I rent equipment, should I buy equipment? Well, there are three top pieces that I recommend they each purchase for themselves. We're going to cover one of those tonight's video. The first one is the mask. Okay, everybody that's been diving for a while knows that a good mask is going to make a great dive great. A bad mask on that same dive can make that great dive terrible and miserable because you're constantly going to be fighting leaks, everything else. So you want to buy one that fits your face and seals properly and well. And that's the number one reason you can't buy it online. People say, "Oh, well, I can save $2 if I buy it on Amazon." Well, you can save $2, but it's probably going to cost you another new mask in the process because you cannot fit that mask to your face in an online purchase, which is the value of a mop and pop brick kind of dive shop, just like the dive shop here in Merriam is. You actually get to come in, you get to try on different masks, you get to see which ones fit your face and which ones do not. And there's a definite difference. Some people have very flat faces, some people have very prominent round faces. Noses stick out different amounts. So, you know, there's a mask for you out there. You need to find it. And we're going to go over some fitting tips to help you get that done today. So, let's get rolling. The first thing you're going to do when you start selecting a mask is just take one. Grab one off the wall. You don't know if it fits or not. I want you to set it down and get that strap totally out of the way so that all you have is the skirt and the strap is behind you. Then what I want you to do is simply take that mask. I want you to look up at the ceiling. I got to try and do this with one hand while I video. Take that mask and just place it on your face. You notice I didn't do anything special to it. I just put it on my face, and then you're going to try and inhale through your nose. That mask should suck right up to your face and seal. You shouldn't feel air coming in anywhere. The two places where you usually feel the air coming through are right here where you'll notice I have that smile crease, right here or on the sides. Okay, so when I put this mask on my face and I sniff in through my nose, it should seal if it fits me. Okay, here we go. Well, it sucks in, but I can feel air on that mask rushing in through here, so the seal is very temporary. As soon as I stop inhaling, that air replaces itself and it would fall right off my face. So here's what it looks like if I stop inhaling when I look down. Well, get that strap out of the way. We're going to do that. Look up at the ceiling, sniff. Whoop, that time it didn't even try to seal. And then as soon as I stop, it falls off. That is not a mask that's going to fit me well. I will go to one that I know fits me, which happens to be the Scuba Pro Spectra. I'm going to get the strap out of the way here. And now watch the difference. I'm going to put this one on my face while I look at the ceiling. I'm going to sniff through my nose. Look how long it took that mask to fall off my face. That sealed well. All around that seal, there was no air coming in whatsoever. That makes for a good sealing dive mask. That makes for a great dive because if there's water in the mask, it means you're going to want it there to get rid of the fog. It's not constantly creeping in. So, now that you know how to find a mask that seals on your face, we're not done yet. There's still two areas that people struggle with, even if the mask does sealing. Is a lot of these plastic bridge pieces that go over your nose. If you've got a very prominent nose, I've got a kind of a normal nose. It's not sticking out too far. It's not in very far, but it'll hit you right here. So what you want to do is you want to seal that mask on your face and then notice if you feel it hitting the bridge of your nose. Even if it's barely touching your nose, that can make you miserable in the amount of time you're underwater. If you're under for an hour and that mask is constantly rubbing right there, it's going to drive you nuts and you're going to have a raw spot and you're not going to want to dive the next day. So that's the first spot to look for. Again, these are in masks that do seal against your face. So if that's clear, the next thing you want to pay attention to is right up here. Some people have a very prominent brow, and that's the same deal. If that mask is hitting here, even though if it might just be touching, it might feel very light. You might think, oh, that's not going to bother me. It will. Over an hour in the water, if it's sitting there doing this, you're going to have, again, a red spot, raw spot. You're not going to want to dive with that mask the next day. It's going to be sore. Okay, and you don't want to be the guy on the boat that has the big red dot right here, the big red line right across here. Okay, so That's how you properly fit a mask. Now on our wall, like I said, we have probably 20, 25 masks. I haven't bothered to count them. You may run into 5 or 6 of these that fit your face, that seal well, that pass that test. Then you may run into another 4 out of that 5 that don't hit your nose and don't hit your forehead. That's when you start looking at style. Tri-view lens that wraps around to the side, single lens, low volume, twin lens. That's when you start looking at style, and then you start being concerned about color as well. Well, this one comes in blue, that one comes in black, this one is yellow and black. Which do I like better? That's when you worry about things like that, because those are all secondary to how that mask fits and how it seals against your face. So now that we know how to select a mask and how to make sure it seals against our face, and what is the priority in moving down from seal, then to style, then to color, we're still not done. As an instructor, I get asked all the time, how do I get a fog-free mask? Guess what? There is no such thing as a fog-free mask. You can do things to that mask to help it keep from fogging, but you've always got to remember, even if you're diving in what we consider warm water, which is 84 degrees, the temperature of your skin is still 98 and above. You're still exerting energy into that mask. Just the act of swimming in scuba, even though you're moving slow, you're still releasing moisture through your skin. You're putting it in a very confined space in that mask. The warmer air against your skin, colder water against the lens of that mask, it is going to fog. So there's a couple of things you can do to help keep it from fogging, and we'll go over those. All right, you have found your dream mask. It fits your face perfectly, it seals, you love the style, the color is perfect. How do you keep it from fogging up? Whenever you get a brand new mask, you need to clean that lens thoroughly. The old tried and true method is to use just regular paste toothpaste. Make sure it's paste, not the gel. The paste toothpastes have grit in them, pumice, and that will actually get on this lens and scrub it as absolutely clean as it ever will be. You want to do it inside and out on the mask. I recommend to my students that they do it dry, once inside, once outside, get it wet, rinse it off, thoroughly clean it, let it dry, and do it again to the inside and the outside both. That way you've cleaned that lens twice, it's as clean as it's going to be. You do not have to worry about scratching the lenses on quality masks. That's tempered glass. There's nothing in that toothpaste that's going to scratch it. The other way, Mr. Clean, or is it Mr. Clean? Yeah, Mr. Clean has come out with what they call eraser pads. They're like a very subtle soft scrub pad. They will do an excellent job inside and out if you have one of those also. But it's key that you clean those masks off before you use them for that first time. All right, so now you've got the perfect mask. It fits perfectly, the color's perfect, the style's perfect. You've cleaned it with paste toothpaste. That glass is sparkling clean. No coating of anything on it. What do you do when you get in the water? Well, as much as everybody would like to tell you to go out and spend 20 bucks on no fog treatments for your mask, one of the best things you can actually use is tear-free baby shampoo. $1.99 or 99-cent sample at Walmart, whatever it is, comes in a little bottle about that big. That's one of the best defogs you can use. Now I'm going to let you in on a tip that I wish someone would have told me when I started diving, way back in Neanderthal days. You don't rinse it totally off, okay? Put some of that tear-free baby shampoo in the glass on the inside, rub it around with your fingers, rinse it once, and look through that glass. If it's dripping, if it's smearing down the lens, rub it one more time, quick rinse, and that's it. You want to leave a little bit of that shampoo, a little film of that shampoo on the lens. That's what keeps it from fogging up. Now, as we've learned, there is no such thing as a fog-free mask 100% of the time. Doing that to your mask before every dive and cleaning that glass every time before you dive will probably last you a majority of the dive. But it's not going to last you for 3, 4, 5 dives. Every diver gets so used to putting a little water in their mask and swishing it around to clear their lenses. It's just the way we do it. So while that treatment will last for a 40-minute dive, possibly, you may have to put a little water in there toward the end and swish it around. It's just a tip to help keep it fog-free as long as possible. But there is no such thing as a fog-free mask. So I hope you've learned something in this video on how to fit a mask and why it's important that it fits your face, and why you want to go to a dive shop to actually try on the masks before you buy them. Again, I'm Scuba Sarge. My information is down below, right there. You can email me if you have any questions. And if you're in the Kansas City area and you're interested in scuba diving or training up through instructor, let us know here at the dive shop. Contact me personally. We'll get you squared away. We'll get you a plan going and get you figured out. Until then, happy diving. I'll see you later. Sarge out.